Hello friends, now we are going to see about prioritization of syllabus for the academic year 2020 to 2021 Tamil Nadu State Board in view of COVID-19 pandemic situation. Class 10, Subject Science. Unit 1, Laws of Motion. We have 1.1 Force and Motion, 1.2 Inertia, 1.2.1 Types of Inertia, 1.2.2 Examples of Inertia, 1.3 Linear Momentum, 1.4 Newton's Law of Motion, 1.4.1 Newton's First Law, 1.4.2 Force, 1.4.3 Types of Forces, 1.4.4 Resultant Force, 1.5 Newton's Second Law of Motion, 1.7 Newton's Third Law of Motion, 1.9 Rocket Propulsion, 1.11 Mass and Weight. Unit 2 Optics. In this we have 2.1 Properties of Light, 2.2 Refraction of Light, 2.3 Refraction of Composite Light, 2.5 Lenses, 2.5.1 Other types of lenses, 2.6 Images formed due to refraction through a convex and concave lens, 2.7 Refraction through convex lens, 2.8 Applications of convex lens, 2.9 Refraction through concave lens, 2.10 Applications of concave lens, 2.11 Lens formula. 2.12 Sign convention, 2.16 Human eye, 2.17 Defects in eye. Unit 3 Thermal Physics. 3.1 Temperature, 3.1.1 Absolute Scale, Kelvin scale of temperature, 3.1.2 Thermal Equilibrium, 3.2 Thermal Energy, 3.2.1 Characteristic Features of Heat Energy Transfer, 3.2.2 Other Units of Heat Energy, 3.4 Fundamental Laws of Gases, 3.4.1 Boyle's Law, 3.4.2 Charles' Law, 3.4.3 Avogadro's Law. Unit 4 Electricity, 4.1 Electric Current, 4.1.1 Definition of Electric Current, 4.1.2 SI Unit of Electric Current, 4.2 Electric Circuit, 4.2.1 Electrical Components, 4.3 Electric Potential and Potential Difference, 4.3.1 Electric Potential, 4.3.2 Electric Potential Difference, 4.3.3 Volt, 4.4 Ohm's Law, 4.5 Resistance of a material. 4.5.1 Unit of Resistance, 4.6 Electrical Resistivity and Conductivity, 4.6.1 Electrical Resistivity, 4.6.2 Conductance and Conductivity, 4.8 Heating Effect of Current, 4.8.1 Joule's Law of Heating, 4.9 Electric Power, 4.9.1 Unit of Electric Power, 4.9.2 Consumption of Electrical Energy. Unit 5 Acoustics, 5.1 Sound Waves, 5.1.1 Longitudinal Waves, 5.1.2 Categories of Sound Waves, 5.1.3 Difference between the sound and light waves, 5.2 Reflection of sound, 5.2.1 Laws of reflection, 5.2.2 Reflection at the boundary of a denser medium, 5.2.3 Reflection at the boundary of a rarer medium. 5.2.4 Reflection of sound in plane and curved surfaces. 5.3 Echoes. 5.3.1 Conditions necessary for hearing echo. 5.3.2 Applications of echo. Unit 6 Nuclear Physics. 6.1 Radioactivity. 6.1.1 Discovery of radioactivity. 6.1.2 Definition of radioactivity. 6.1.3 Natural radioactivity. 6.1.4 Artificial radioactivity or induced radioactivity. 6.1.5 Units of radioactivity. 6.2 Alpha, Beta and Gamma rays. 6.2.1 Properties of alpha, beta and gamma rays. 6.2.2 Radioactive displacement law. 6.2.3 Alpha decay. 6.2.4 Beta decay. 6.2.5 Gamma decay. 6.5 Uses of radioactivity. 6.5.1 Agriculture. 6.5.2 Medicine. 6.5.3 Industries. 6.5.4 Archaeological research. 6.6 Safety measures. 6.6.1 Permitted range. 6.6.2 Preventive measures. Unit 7 Atoms and Molecules. 7.1 Atom and atomic mass. 7.1.1 Relative atomic mass. 7.2 Molecule and molecular mass. 7.2.1 Classification of molecules. 7.3 Difference between atoms and molecules. 7.6 Avogadro's hypothesis. 7.7 Applications of Avogadro's law. 7.9 Solved problems. Unit 8 Periodic classification of elements. 8.1 Modern periodic law. 8.2 Modern periodic table. 8.2.1 Features of periods. 8.2.2 Features of groups. 8.6 Properties of metals. 8.6.1 Physical properties. 8.6.2 Chemical properties. 8.10 Alloys. 8.10.1 Amalgam. 8.10.2 Method of making alloys. 8.10.3 Types of alloys. 8.11 Corrosion. 8.11.2 Methods of preventing corrosion. Unit 9 Solutions. 9.2 Components of solutions. 9.3 Types of solutions. 9.3.1 Based on physical state of the solute and solvent. 9.3.2 Based on type of solvent. 9.3.3 Based on amount of solute. 9.3.4 Concentrated and dilute solutions. 9.6 Hydrated salts and water of crystallization. 9.6.1 Copper sulfate pentahydrate. 9.6.2 Magnesium sulfate heptahydrate. 9.7 Hygroscopy. 9.8 Deliquescence. Unit 10 Types of chemical reactions. 10.1 Types of chemical reactions. 10.1.1 Classification based on nature of rearrangements of atoms. 10.1.2 Classification based on the direction of reaction. 10.4 Ionic product of water. 10.5 pH scale. 10.7 pH calculations. Unit 11 Carbon and its compounds. 11.1 General characteristics of organic compounds. 11.2 Classification of organic compounds based on the pattern of carbon chain. 11.3 Classes of organic compounds. 11.3.1 Hydrocarbons, 11.3.2 Characteristics of hydrocarbons, 11.3.3 Classification based on functional groups, 11.4 Homologous series, 11.4.1 Characteristics of homologous series, 11.5 Nomenclature of organic compounds. 11.5.1 Why do we need nomenclature? 11.5.2 Components of IUPAC name. 11.5.3 IUPAC Rules for naming organic compounds. 11.5.4 IUPAC Nomenclature of hydrocarbons. Examples. 11.5.5 IUPAC Nomenclature of other classes. 11.6 Ethanol. 11.6.1 Manufacture of ethanol. 11.6.2 Physical properties. 11.6.3 Chemical properties. 11.6.4 Uses of ethanol. 11.8 Organic compounds in daily life. Unit 12 Plant anatomy and plant physiology. 12.1 Tissues. 12.2 Tissue system. 12.3 Internal structure of dicot root bean. 12.5 Internal structure of dicot stem sunflower. 12.7 Internal structure of dicot or dorsiventral leaf mango. 12.9 Plant physiology. 12.9.1 Plastids. 12.9.2 Structure of chloroplast. 12.9.3 Functions of chloroplast. 12.9.4 Photosynthesis. 12.9.5 Where does photosynthesis occur? 12.9.6 Photosynthetic pigments. 12.9.7 Role of sunlight in photosynthesis. 12.9.8 Factors affecting photosynthesis. 12.11 Types of respiration. 12.11.1 Aerobic respiration except stages. 12.11.2 Anaerobic respiration. 12.11.3 Respiratory quiescent. Unit 14 Transportation in plants and circulation in animals. 14.1 Means of transport in plants. 14.2 Root hair water absorbing unit. 14.3 Pathway of water absorbed by roots. 14.4 Types of movement of water into the root cells. 14.5 Transpiration. 14.6 Root pressure. 14.7 Uptake of minerals. 14.8 Translocation of mineral ions. 14.9 Phloem transport. 14.10 Translocation of sugars. 14.12 Blood. 14.15 Structure of human heart. 15.2 Heartbeat. 14.17 Blood groups. Unit 16 Plant and animal hormones. 16.1 Plant hormones. 16.1.1 Auxins except Wentz experiment. 16.1.2 Cytokinins. 16.1.5 Ethylene. 16.2 Human endocrine glands. 16.2.1 Pituitary gland. 16.2.2 Thyroid gland. 16.2.5 Adrenal gland. 16.2.6 Reproductive glands. 16.2.7 Thymus gland. Unit 17 Reproduction in plants and animals. 17.3 Sexual reproduction in plants. 17.4 Pollination. 17.6 Fertilization in plants. 17.7 Sexual reproduction in human. 17.7.1 Male reproductive organ. Structure of testes. 17.7.2 Female reproductive organ. Structure of ovary. 17.8 Gametogenesis. 17.8.1 Structure of human sperm. 17.8.2 Structure of ovum. 17.9 Menstrual cycle process of ovulation. 17.14 Personal hygiene. 17.14.1 Body hygiene. 17.14.2 Toilet hygiene. 17.14.3 Menstrual and napkin hygiene. Unit 18 Genetics. 18.1 Gregor Johann Mendel, father of genetics. 18.2 Monohybrid cross, inheritance of one gene. 18.3 Dihybrid cross, inheritance of two genes and law of independent assortment. 18.4 Mendel's law. 18.5 Chromosomes, DNA and genes. 18.5.1 Structure of a chromosome. 18.5.4 Karyotype. 18.6 Structure of DNA. 18.6.1 Watson and Crick model of DNA. 18.6.2 DNA replication. 18.6.3 Significance of DNA. 18.7 Sex determination. 18.7.1 Sex determination in human. 19 Origin and evolution of life. 19.1 Theories on origin of life. 19.3 Theories of evolution. 19.6 Ethnobotany. Unit 20 Breeding and biotechnology. 20.2 Green revolution. 20.2.2 Plant breeding for disease resistance. 20.2.3 Plant breeding for insects and pests resistance. 20.2.4 Plant breeding improved nutritional quality. 20.3 Methods of plant breeding for crop improvement. 20.4 Animal breeding. 20.6 Biotechnology in medicine. Unit 21 Health and diseases. 21.1 Abuse and types of abuse. 21.2 Drug and tobacco abuse. 21.3 Drug abuse. 21.4 Tobacco abuse. 21.5 Alcohol abuse. 21.6 Rehabilitation measures for alcoholics. 21.9 Obesity. 21.11 Cancer. 21.12 AIDS. Unit 22 Environmental management. 22.1 Conservation and judicious use of resources. 22.5 Renewable and non-renewable energy resources. 22.6 Non-conventional or alternative energy resources. 22.6.3 Shale gas. 22.6.5 Water energy. 22.6.6 Tidal energy. 22.7 Rainwater harvesting. 22.8 Electrical energy management. 22.9 E-waste and its management. Practical. Second exercise, determination of focal length of a convex lens. Third exercise, determination of resistivity. Fourth exercise, identification of exothermic and endothermic reactions. Exercise 5, testing the solubility of salt. Exercise 8, photosynthesis. Exercise 10, to study the law of dominance. And 13th exercise, identification of blood cells.